What's up, Cruel World? What's up, Freakers? IdioFreq here, and it's time for a review of the new Dragon Ball Super episode 89. I'm here with the kid,
Genshi.
And I'm the Arc 1600. So, with that being said, what did you think about this episode?
I thought this episode was pretty okay. I mean, to me, it was a little bit on the mediocre side. It's another one of those filler episodes that gives you at least like a little bit of a view of what, you know what I mean, the characters like Tien and Master Roshi have been doing. But I didn't really enjoy it all that much.
Yeah, I felt like this episode was kind of lackluster compared to last week's episode, which gave us some great character development for Gohan. And it looks like we're going to be getting even more character development in an upcoming episode, but that's not about this. We're not going to talk about that. We're talking about this. So anyways, let's start off with Tien and his dojo. And I think it's pretty cool that they show him with the dojo, that these guys have grown up and become masters in their own right. You know, I'm curious to see what would happen if Goku ever decided to get a dojo or some shit like that.
There is no way Goku would ever do a dojo.
Yeah.
I feel like that's completely against his personality.
Absolutely.
I can't see him teaching anybody outside of, like,
maybe one or two students.
Right. I mean, he might take Oob underneath his tutelage.
Well, I mean, he does take Oob underneath his tutelage. But, I mean, it doesn't seem like it works that well for GT. But anyways, yeah, it's cool to see Tien doing his thing. Then, this mysterious woman shows up to Tien's dojo, Urine, and wants to train under Tien's tutelage. And he says, "You ain't got no heart. You ain't got the heart for this, homie."
Right, because he's...
In those exact words, that's a direct quote from the episode. You ain't built for this, cuz.
He only accepts the students that really want to go ahead and master the martial arts. If you have any kind of, like, trepidation whatsoever or anything like that, he'll sense it, and he's like, nah, you can't come over here, you can't fight with me. But I think his students are kind of weak.
Oh, yeah, his students are, well, they're mortals. You know, they are all very mortal-like. Very mortal.
Well, I'm just saying, like, Tien's pretty strong, right? And you've got, like, people like Krillin, right? And Krillin is not supernatural in any sort of way.
Yeah.
Right? So...
But he's also been training since birth. It was mentioned in this episode that these guys were gathering around Tien, watching him train. So they were probably just average Joes, mechanics, farmers, whatever, just normal people that were watching Tien train, and they were like, "Damn, I want to learn some of that." And he said he couldn't turn them away. So,
did they say, like, how long ago that time frame was?
It must not have been that long ago.
Right, well, see, maybe.
Must not have been that long
but
ago.
he's got a pretty nice dojo for just now. You know what I mean, getting it.
It's a cartoon.
It is a cartoon.
These guys don't know shit yet.
It is a cartoon, but I don't know. And that's... See, what you've just said is kind of a little bit of my problem with Dragon Ball Z a little bit. And Dragon Ball Super. Like, not everything is thought through all the way, right? And if you break the rules of your world, it kind of takes me out of it a little bit.
Yeah. But the way I look at it, you know, I'm not here to theorize. Sometimes I just want to enjoy some shit. See some transformations and cool shit that doesn't make any sense, like seeing Trunks learn the Mafuba off a fucking YouTube clip. But anyways, Urine shows up, which is the girl that tries to infiltrate Tien's dojo, and Tien doesn't want her. Master Roshi decides to be the bigger man.
Bigger man.
And take this young girl as his pupil. And then the typical pervy Master Roshi shit ensues.
Yes, Master Molester is what he is. It's pretty creepy, and sometimes it's actually kind of like cringeworthy to watch.
Yeah, this was the most cringeworthy Roshi ever was, because I think in Dragon Ball, it was bad, but it was goofy, it was funny. Whereas here, I don't know. This time I was like, I don't know, man. You guys are kind of going the distance with this one.
Is it because we're older now that we're watching it and we actually like...
Nah, because if you compare it to Dragon Ball's pervy shit, it wasn't as bad. Or maybe it was as bad, and maybe
it was probably about as bad.
I think it was surrounded with more humor. Dragon Ball was inherently a comedy, more so than Super ever was.
That's true.
Or currently is.
And Z. Yeah.
And Z, of course. So pretty much what happens next, Urine decides that she wants to, wreak havoc on Tien and the townspeople and whatnot because of some petty squabble.
It was the most petty squabble. He left. That was pretty much it, right?
That was it. They didn't want to play with her or train with her, whatever.
Right.
Same thing. I can't tell the difference because she's acting like a little girl.
And that was the whole, like, it's really, 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 really weak. Her intentions, her reasoning for revenge, it's super weak if you ask me. But it's fine, you know what I mean? And I'm not even sure if these are filler episodes. They almost seem like they put them in there on purpose, and that Akira Toriyama probably wrote to this to go ahead and make the characters a little bit more three-dimensional before they go to the tournament.
I think that's the point of it. Just because we haven't gotten any character development for a lot of these guys, throughout the final act of Z. These guys have pretty much been MIA since before the Frieza saga. So I think it's cool that we get these filler / recruitment / slice of life episodes, even if they are a bit goofy. Now,
what do you think about the power levels of Roshi and Tien?
Well, I think they're about right. They're about right. I expect Tien to be stronger because Tien is a lot like Piccolo. All he does is train. Roshi, I think it's cool the fact that they alluded to him, not alluding, but Goku noticed that he was training in secret and that he has some dormant power in him. I thought that was really dope to see. I know he's still not that strong, but it's cool to see him at least do some sparring with Goku. We haven't seen that since Dragon Ball, really.
I've got a question, man. So, it's Universe 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, they have to pick 10 fighters from the entire universe. Like, I don't quite understand why there can't be stronger fighters somewhere else in the universe, on a different planet. So, Universe 7 has all of these planets. Why couldn't, Beerus or King Kai or somebody like that point out somebody else that might be stronger? Because there's no way in that entire universe that Master Roshi and Tien are the strongest options after everybody else.
Remember, it's not about strength necessarily.
It's about tactics.
It's about tactic. It's about strategy. Now, if it was a one-on-one battle exclusively, then it would make sense to get the strongest people and not Tien, not Krillin, not 18, and so on and so forth. But since it's about tactics, Master Roshi is essentially like the coach. He has strategy, he has skill. So does Krillin, especially.
Krillin, I'll give, yeah.
And there's a couple heavy hitters there.
But so it was disappointing to see Tien just get knocked out. Like,
he even grew the arms.
He grew the arms, which I love because I completely forgot he does that.
Yeah.
And he just gets knocked out immediately. There's no tactics involved. It's just a one-on-one fight.
One hit KO.
After seeing that, as Goku, I'd be like, I don't know, man. We might need somebody else for the team.
Yeah, that was pretty whack. I'm not gonna lie. But
why don't they ask Beerus, man? There's literally nobody else stronger than the people that are on the Earth.
I think Beerus is too busy freaking out and enjoying his last days and eating delicious desserts and watching over Bulma and Vegeta wondering what they're so happy about.
Ooh, question. See, and this is another thing. In Hell, right? You've got like all these fighters. They had the Celestial Tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those fighters must have come from Universe 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So there's got to be stronger fighters out there.
It's not necessarily about the strongest fighters.
I know it's about it's about tactics.
It's about teamwork. It's about strategy. These guys have worked together before.
Well
enough.
Nah.
Well enough. They worked together well enough before. So I think it's more so about that. Moving on to the resolution for the episode, Goku ends up blasting Master Roshi with this Kamehameha wave and just decimates him, which I thought was pretty funny to see.
Him get beat with his own move?
Yeah, with his own freaking move. What happened next after that? There was also Kaba visiting Caulifla and Kale.
Yep.
Cauliflower and kale. I love the fact that their names are puns of freaking cruciferous vegetables. I can't even say that word, but cruciferous vegetables.
You mean you can't not do that? Is it? It's only the Saiyans that have that, right?
Yeah, it's a very Saiyan thing. Kakara.
Yeah, carrot.
Carrot.
Freaking ridiculous.
Vegeta's vegetable.
I think it's just vegetable, man.
Nappa is like Napa cabbage. I think. Vegeta's also something else though. I remember seeing it. I was in a Walmart and I saw like Vegeta is like a. It was in the.
You saw it somewhere?
Yeah.
Was it Vegetables?
No, it was not Vegetables. It was actually. It just said Vegeta, and I was like nerding out.
This? Okay.
Some type of weird food item. Not weird, just ethnic. I don't know. And then yeah, I think it's cool that Kaba shows up. He turns Super Saiyan for a second.
Shows it off, but she still don't even care.
Well, she cares enough to learn it from Kaba. I think it's dope that they have 2 female Saiyans that are going to be participating in this tournament. I think it's really cool to see. I would love to see another male Saiyan. Another strong male Saiyan. Not the guy with the hurt leg that was Kaba's old squad leader.
That's 3 Saiyans already. I mean, you'd have a team full of Saiyans, like 4. That's a lot of Saiyans.
I'm not saying added to the team, but I just want to be introduced to another male Saiyan from
that universe.
Because Kaba, he's cool, but he's a scrawny kid. You know, what is he, like 18, 19? Kale and Cauliflower, they're 2 girls, and it's cool to see 2 girls that will eventually become female Super Saiyans. That's a big deal. But I'm curious to see what is that strong, powerful male Saiyan like on their end, aside from Kaba.
Do you think Kale is just a regular Super Saiyan, or do you think she's the Ascended Saiyan, or do you think she's legendary? So she gets all buffed out, right? Like straight up roided. Is she legendary? Is she Ascended? Or is that just her Super Saiyan regular form?
I think I don't know. It's tough to say. She definitely looks like the legendary Super Saiyan Broly.
Don't she, though?
She looks just like Broly. So, I mean, it's a toss-up at this point. But it was cool to see that part of the episode. I like the fact that they're giving these characters a little bit of shine here. One thing that Super is doing way better than Z ever did is that they are cutting to different characters and they're giving them moments to really just do things. And a wide array of characters. It's not just focused on Goku, but they're really giving an opportunity to some guys like Kaba. I would love for him to become a series regular somehow. I would love for that to happen. I don't see that happening, but I'd love to see that. But let's go into the next episode. The next episode, and just a quick little tidbit here. Tien and Goku versus Piccolo and Gohan, a 2-on-2 battle. I don't know if you saw the preview of that, but I did. No.
I don't ever watch the previews. I like to go in completely surprised. But Tien and Goku versus Gohan and Piccolo.
Yes.
I mean, my money's on Gohan and Piccolo. They're both smarter fighters. Both of them. Gohan, you're going to say Gohan's not smart? You're going to tell me Piccolo's not smart?
Piccolo's a very smart fighter.
Right.
Of course. Gohan's a smart fighter as well. Goku, that's the one thing that he is absolutely the smartest in. He is an innovator. He is a genius when it comes. That's the one thing that he's smart in. He is dumb in literally everything else. But he is a genius fighter. If it came down to, if Goku and Piccolo were at the same power level, I still think Goku would best Piccolo.
Nah, I mean, Piccolo would do Piccolo every single time. If they were at the same level.
Actually, hold up.
If they're at the same level.
Hold up. Well, we already have some historical evidence. Dragon Ball. But that was Goku just fighting head on. Like, that's not genius to me. That's not. It is genius.
That's not
Piccolo was inherently stronger and smarter than Goku was.
Right, but Goku's the main protagonist. My point.
So you're gonna base it on plot armor?
It is plot armor.
It is. It certainly is.
It's totally plot armor.
But that plot armor, which is part of the plot, showed that Goku was more innovative.
You're gonna have to give me like ideas on how Goku is a smarter fighter than.
Oh, how about this? Let's just take it all the way back to the first fight with King Piccolo. You know,
right, Demon King Piccolo,
Piccolo's father. Goku.
That's the one where he goes through him with his head, right?
Could not use any of his body except for one arm, and he does a fucking one-handed Kamehameha wave,
all the way down,
propels himself upward, and goes through fucking King Piccolo's body.
Definitely does.
That's genius. And Piccolo's way stronger than Goku is.
Is it genius? I don't know.
That's
man.
pretty genius.
I feel like so you're going back to Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Fair enough, but Dragon Ball was more about techniques. Dragon Ball Z, no, it's about power level. Dragon Ball Super, it looks like it's finally kind of getting about techniques. I would say Dragon Ball Super now is getting all about techniques. Which is that fair?
That is fair.
So in Dragon Ball Z, I didn't see anything where Goku was a genius fighter. To me,
Really? So you didn't think when he was fucking fighting Frieza on planet Namek and the whole world is blowing up and he's communicating with both Porunga and King Kai at the same time to orchestrate getting all the Namekians from an exploding planet Namek back to Earth safely while fighting Frieza in an uncontrolled form for the first time?
Right, his first.
All
Super
of that's
Saiyan form.
going on at the same time.
You got to give me some tactics, man. That's my thing. So okay, where is Goku's like Hell Zone grenade? Where is Goku's like
a Hell Zone grenade is just an energy based attack. Goku has the Kamehameha wave.
That's not the same. The Hell Zone grenade is genius because nobody knows what the hell's going on when he starts shooting. Right? The Hell Zone grenade, he starts shooting all around and you're like for you're like, what the fuck's going on? What is he doing? He's missing really bad. And then he brings them all together to explode you. That is amazing.
That is an amazing tactic.
Instead of a straightforward beam.
Goku would dodge the shit out of that.
I don't even think he would dodge it.
Krillin
instant transmission out of it.
Krillin would dodge the shit out of that. They wouldn't. Well, one, Goku's faster than he would dodge it. He wouldn't even have to go to instant transmission.
See, this is that to me. That's not that plot armor, man.
Okay. What about
not tactics?
What about Goku versus Hit the second time? What about that? Where Hit had his new technique, where he could. He existed within a bubble, a barrier of space and time.
Right.
And Goku bested that. And Hit's, in my personal opinion, the little bit that we've got of Hit is a smarter, better fighter than Piccolo is. Hands down. It's not even fucking close. Piccolo has way more techniques, but Hit overall, way fucking better as a fighter.
Hit is awesome. I love Hit.
More innovative.
But Hit's got weird powers though.
All right, so does Piccolo.
Piccolo, yeah, okay, I'll give you that. Close beam.
But anyways, that's our review of Dragon Ball Super episode 89. Like, comment, subscribe. If you like what you hear, just let us know. If you hate what you hear, let us know as well. Hit us up on Twitter at IdioFreq. And so you know we're signing off. This is the Kid.
Genchi.
And this is your boy, the ARC 1600. Tell your mother I'll call her.
Oh my God.
Peace!